I'm going to answer a question that I get asked every now and then, and I normally don't have the opportunity to show anybody, but I explain it. So I'm going to make an explanation video on how to replace the two-piece rear main seal on a small block Chevy. You know, the one-piece seals you can just unbolt and slide off the shaft, but on the older models they have the back of the crank has a plate on it that you just can't get around, and you have to push it through, and it's really hard to explain to somebody over the phone, so I'm getting ready to show you how to do it. I've already removed the oil pump from right here, and I've taken the two bolts out on this rear main cap. So this here is kind of misleading. That's actually the oil pan gasket there. So you can actually do this in the car if you can get through, if you got enough room to take your oil pan down on some of the cars like the Corvettes and stuff. But anyway, you remove the main cap here, and you see there's that rubber seal right here on the outer edge. That's what we'll be replacing. It's the other side, on the block side, that everybody seems to have difficulty with. So you can kind of see there is right, get my camera where you can see it. It's hard to see it, but that right there, that little lip is the seal. You can see a little better on this side. So if you can push this through, you gotta be careful not to scar or mar the block in any way, but I'm going to show you just how easy this actually is. Maybe. And here comes the seal on the other side. So I'm going to grab some pliers and pull that on through, and I'll be ready to put the new one in. So this is the seal after it's all the way out, and this is the inner piece here is what leaks. So be sure when you put it back, there is, let me face the light where you can see it, that lip that is pointing that way, you need to make sure it is facing inward to the oil side, into the block. So if this was the one that was going back in, you need to make sure that it's going to be facing this direction, and then you'll push the new one on through, which I'm about to do, but I can't do it and hold the camera at the same time. Now when installing the new ring, it is important you don't get oil on the outside going down on the outer track, but you do want to lubricate the inside. I believe the GM manual states that you should use some grease, the assembly grease. Motor oil, anything that's going to go on it is fine. It will still work. You set the new seal inside the cap also, and this is important to know that when it sets in this down here in the bottom and in the cap, you need to have it offset just a little bit from the notch there. It doesn't take much, but as long as you match on both sides what you've done, so that when you set it all back together, the crease isn't with the metal, because the oil could leak and seep through the metal here. And also you're supposed to put just a little touch, I mean don't have any build or anything on it, but just a touch of gasket maker right in here on these plates, right on these two spots, to try and prevent any of the seepage through the metal there.